Welcome to another interview, a Dream Hunter interview. And today I am joined by somebody, Elizabeth Desa, somebody who was bitten by the travel bug at a young age and actually has never stopped traveling. Her and her family, her husband and her two young children are actually on a quest to find the community that's perfect for them and to create a home in a new place. So I'm thrilled to learn a little bit more about your story, Elizabeth. So tell us a little bit how you started traveling and how that opened up your world.
Okay. Well, I always wanted to just live in different countries. So I moved to Japan and I taught there for 3 years. My home is in England, so that's where I grew up. Then after Japan, I went to Australia and I became involved with Quakerism and spirituality when I was there. And I wanted to immerse myself in that and study Quakerism and spirituality for a whole year. So I went to Pendle Hill, which is a community in Philadelphia, and I was studying there. That's where I met my husband. And it was a beautiful community, really intentional, and that set us off looking for communities. So then we went to New Zealand, traveled around New Zealand, exploring different ways of living. And then we settled in California, where there's a school called the Woolman Semester, where we teach high schoolers about peace, justice, and sustainability. We've been living there for the past 7 years.
Fantastic. It sounds like you visited almost every corner of the world.
Not every corner.
There's still a few more to
yeah.
explore, right? But that's a great journey so far. And so tell us a little bit about what you're searching for now. You said you've been spending the last 7 years in California.
Yeah.
And now you and your family, so your husband and two young children. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're adorable. I've been playing with them for the last hour. And you're in search for a new community. How do you choose? What's your criteria? What are you looking for in a community that's right for you and your family?
We're looking for a place where we can truly be ourselves. So to just feel that authenticity. And we're also looking for a place where we can live our values. So our outer lives are in alignment with the beliefs that we hold dear. We believe in practicing simplicity, so living very simply, growing food, living in community with people who are interested in co-parenting, sharing vehicles, live according to permaculture principles, building our own house according to passive solar design, those sorts of things. That's what means a lot to us. And living rural, of course, so that our children can be at one with nature and really just have that freedom that's so hard to find in our consumer-driven society today.
Yes. Yeah. So it sounds like you're very clear. You're very aware of values that you and your family hold dear. Mm-hmm. And when you go and visit different communities and visit different states and cities and countries, how do you decide on whether a community will hold these values and whether, this is the place that we want to live?
Mm-hmm. Well, just by a lot of communication up front, and then also just by visiting and saying, does this feel like home? Does it feel right? Yeah. Do we feel like Althea can be who she is without so many of those barriers that children face in, being who they really are, as well as us. We really want to be our true selves.
It's true. We want to be our true selves. And sometimes when you go to a new country, a new province, a new state, you just don't know about the community you're entering into. Right. So do you have any tips out there for expats who are maybe about to move to a new city or country? Mm-hmm. How can they test out the waters before they even get there? What kind of communication methods would you recommend where people can kind of reach out before you actually land?
I would say use an interview, as in the genuine sense of the word, an interview, viewing between two people, and really be open and upfront about your values and articulate what you're looking for. Yeah.
Okay. That's great advice, right? I love that. That's fantastic. And can you tell us, your journey has been so international at quite a young age, right? Mm-hmm. So how old were you when you first started?
I was 24
when
I first started living overseas.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so if Elizabeth, 24-year-old Elizabeth, was to walk through the door now, after the wealth of international experience that you have sitting here today, what advice would you give 24-year-old Elizabeth?
I would say don't settle. Don't compromise. Find out who you are, what you believe in, and do it. Because that's what life is for. Finding that inner peace, that happiness that makes you come alive, and then do it.
Oh my goodness, it's like you were speaking right to her. That was awesome. Woo, I'm getting chills. So you are a mother of 2 young children,
Mm-hmm.
a 4-year-old daughter, Althea, is gorgeous, and a 1.5-year-old son, Callum. And I noticed the interaction that you guys have, the special bond that you have. Can you tell us a little bit about the role you've chosen to play, you and your husband, in their lives at this point in time?
Quality time means so much to me. Just wanting to spend time with all the people who are in my life who are important. So my children are important. So we are intentionally choosing a lifestyle that means we can be entirely present for them and just nurture them and just enable them to hear their truth and live that out in their lives.
Okay. And what has that really meant? It means you have given up your job, right? Is it teaching?
I was a teacher, yeah.
You were a teacher, and you have chosen to be a full-time mom right now. And your husband has also made the choice to work, but also part-time, to be present in his children's lives.
Right.
That's incredible, and I think that you guys have created such a fascinating structure, you know, and you're also homeschooling.
Yeah.
So you're getting to play that kind of dual role of mother and teacher to your children.
Right, and it's about creating this container for this is the example we want to give our children, that life isn't about working and just acquiring things and trying to feel that self-esteem through external motivation, but to find what it is that you're so deeply passionate about, and to do that all the time, not when we retire or not on holiday, but to and then interact with our children in those ways. So my husband's into all sorts of building projects, and he plays with power tools with Althea, and they do all sorts of things together. So it's about those interactions in every moment.
Fantastic. I love that. What's a special memory that you're holding in your heart right now of maybe an interaction that happened in the last few months and you really remember?
Althea holding bouquets of banana slugs when we went hiking at Big Sur. Yeah, or Althea and Coleman drilling holes in all the wood outside, all the firewood outside our apartment with an electric drill. Yeah, and all the hikes we go on, where we just explore and climb trees and have fun together.
That's awesome. Yeah, have fun together.
Yeah.
It's out in nature and you're kind of enjoying that together.
Right.
And I loved seeing the interaction yesterday. We all went for a walk together, and we were looking for frogs, you know, and it was incredible how a 4-year-old has this amazing sense to look for frogs and could identify different types of mushrooms, and it was fascinating. So I really felt like a 4-year-old led me on a nature walk in my own backyard. So it was an incredible experience.
Good.
So really proud of that. Yeah. So I get the opportunity to meet extraordinary people like you, people who have not only dreamt up a dream or a vision of the life they want to live, but actually declared it. Sometimes that's declaring it to themselves, their families, or to the world. You know, is there a dream that you have, that you hold in your heart, that you'd like to declare and that you look forward to stepping into?
Goodness. Okay, I'm going to have to think about that one.
Sure.
I've just let go of some dreams recently in a really good way, so... Okay. So my dream is to live in a place that feels like home. I've been looking for a long time. To build community, to be all who I'm called to be, to practice love and kindness in every moment, and to be the best mother, friend, partner I can possibly be to others and to myself. And to just love life and to do what I'm called to do in this world in every moment.
Wow. What a powerful dream. It's a beautiful dream, and I know you are going to step into it, and you're already moving towards it. So thank you so much for sharing that and declaring that, you know, internationally. The thing that really resonated with me is understanding your values, looking for community that is in sync with your values, and then living that out loud in a way that resonates with you. So thank you, Elizabeth. You're a great example and inspiring to so many expats around the world.
Thank you.